Question mark.
Ignore it. It's probably because you haven't closed your canopy yet.
Could be.
Rearming complete.
Like, you'll get all kinds of warnings flash up during the startup sequence, just ignore all of them. If they persist after you've started the aircraft, then you've got a problem.
So what you say, pylon 1 and 2 are autopilots?
1 and 2 are inner.
Okay, right. Then I am correct. Cool.
It's code for the RS band frequency. For
I'm completely started up. I'm waiting for you, basically, in my
I'm just
my
starting up now.
garage. Yeah, you're next to me. So, who would you say is gonna be flight lead? Because
Me,
alright,
because,
cool.
like, if you've ever seen me try and fly formation, I wouldn't want to fly anywhere near me trying to fly formation, if that makes sense. I'm all over the place.
I will try.
I'm highly uncoordinated.
I will try. As long as you just fly slow and just tell me what you're going to do, it's fine. It's just that I think the moment I lose you, I will never find you back.
That's right, we have ways of fixing that. Okay, Arc 2-1... Channel 3, I guess. There isn't a separate channel for an outbound. Oh, because of our short range, we're probably going to need to do ferry flights all over the place to fucking actually engage shit, by the way. Just a heads
Ferry
up.
flights?
Yeah, as in we're going to need to fly between air bases just so we can get near enough to do anything.
We can try that. I mean, that kinda... That's
also
not like...
That's not we can try, that is, we have to. We have no other option. Like, believe
Yeah, that's
me.
cool, but that like means that I'm gonna have to try landing without crashing.
Landing is easy. Just...
My dude.
It's all about airspeed.
First
dude.
time in the MiG!
Yeah, no, don't worry. It's all about airspeed.
Yeah, G-Man also told me, but my issue is that I'm either low or I can't see shit and I can't pass, so I have to like
You can't see shit
reapproach,
because you're too slow. You gotta...
No, I'm too low, not too slow.
Yeah, well, both.
It's like, oh, I'm gonna turn, and then I'm gonna turn on the runway, and it's like, oh, I'm fucking massively over, like, my altitude is way too high, and my approach is too short.
You want a high and short approach, otherwise you have to come in slow, and then you have to lift the nose, and then you can't see.
No, you want to have a speed. You want to have max speed and long approach.
Yeah, no, you want maximum speed, but you do not want a shallow approach. You want a steep approach in the MiG-21. Like, believe me, this plane is like arse backwards from what you think it should be.
Okay.
With that said, you can just fly it in, but it takes a little bit of practice. Like, most of my approaches are nowhere near what they should be, but I get away with it because I have a feel for the plane, which you'll get with time.
Sure, I think my radar is heated up. Yeah, it is very nice.
Just leave it in standby. Don't turn it off.
Yeah, it is. Never use trim.
What was that?
Never use trim.
You need to trim constantly in this plane. You fly it with the trim
Only
hat,
use
not the
SAL
stick.
XD.
Righto. Shit recentered. Give me a second, I need to clean my glasses as well. Can't see shit. Fucking fingerprints all over them. I think I'm actually making the problem worse, but you know. Good enough. off. Okay, I think we're on the... Which channel are we on? We're on the right channel. Oh, we're at Krasnodar Center, okay. I'm dumb. I probably should have checked that.
When you're ready,
beforehand.
Ross.
Yeah, just a sec, setting up the nav stuff. Actually, what I'll do is I'll set our nav. So we'll do a ferry flight. We're going to fly down to Sochi. We should have the range to do that, as long as we don't get in combat. So I'll set everything for that. Which means changing my RSBN again, but that's alright. Okay, Sochi is 6. I want zone 3-1, I think. Channel 4. Krasnodar Center traffic, circus flight of 2 MiG-21 taxis, runway 27 for southwest departure, Krasnodar Center. Casually taxiing through the closed door because it's desynced. Is your canopy still open?
Yep.
You might want to close it and seal it before you forget.
Well, you're giving me a heat signature warning.
Hey Steve. Zabby wanted to do some MiG-21 stuff, so I'm taking him up for a flight. I wanted to do some PvP, but sadly all my usual Cold War PvP servers are still dead. And if we take this up in a modern PvP, we'll get our asses kicked, unfortunately. Krasnodar Center traffic, circus, flight of 2 MiG-21, lining up and rolling 27 for southwest departure, Krasnodar Center.
Taking left or right?
You go right.
Sure. Holy shit, no, please. Don't do this to me, game. Don't fucking... Holy shit,
oh
don't...
my god. You are rubber banding so badly. Your speed brake's out, by the way. You might want to sort that.
Speed brake? You mean my air?
Yeah, pull it in.
Fixed now?
Yep, now it's up.
Okay, cool. One moment. Fucking... I don't know, maybe it's internet connection that it gives me that rubber banding stuff?
Could be.
Because that I was just locked.
Okay. Check flaps takeoff position. That's the center of the 3 buttons.
One moment. Yeah, got it.
Okay, stick back trim. So reference the radar screen. the 4 light panel immediately right of that, the warning light panel,
Yeah.
the one at the bottom, I believe it is, should go out. So just pull back the trim until that light goes out, and then that should be enough for takeoff.
Pull back the trim.
Yes, as in back trim, so you want the stick to come back into your lap.
Yeah. Yeah, got it.
Okay. Make sure you've got the safety latch off on the undercarriage lever.
Okay. Got it.
Make sure canopy's sealed or you'll lose it as soon as you get up to speed.
Got it.
Okay. Hold brakes.
Hold brakes. Full burner, stand by.
Yep.
Waiting for you.
Run them up and release.
Run them up, run them up, run them up, run them up. And release.
At about 300 to 330 kilometers an hour, pull the stick back about 2/3.
Yep.
Right, this is target grounds. Setting up security.
I pulled too much. Jesus fucking Christ.
You okay?
No. What the fuck? I had too much trim on, I think. Wow.
I took off.
I didn't. Alright, pull your wheels up, put the undercarriage lever back into neutral, and pull your flaps in. What the fuck happened there? If you want to just circle around a bit while I unfuck myself. No idea how the fuck that happened. Like, this is the plane I have the most hours on in this game. I can land this thing in my sleep, and yet I fuck up a
Okay,
takeoff.
cool freeze, dude. This lasts for way too long.
Yeah, welcome to Georgia at war.
Oh my god, I wanna fucking die. If this makes me crash, I'm just gonna quit DCS for a week. Holy shit.
Yep, welcome to Georgia at war. This is why I hadn't played on this server for like a month until they finally made the rubber banding less severe. It still freezes all the time, but at least you don't have fucking AI phasing through your aircraft.
Oh my god! Okay. I'm almost at stall.
Keep your
Where
airspeed
the
over
fuck
5.
am I?
Keep your airspeed
Yeah, I know,
over
but it's
550.
like... Dude, that doesn't work when you're frozen.
Yeah, I know.
I hate it when this game fights me.
It's not the game, it's the server.
Request rearming.
I can't believe I fucked that up.
Okay, circling Krasnodar.
Rearming complete.
Keep your throttle about 80 to 90% while you're circling around. Don't burn through fuel if you don't have to.
Yeah, I am.
Now my track IR is playing up.
I see some blips on the runway, I think. Are you taking off right now?
No, I'm still starting up. I'm just glad my wreckage cleared the runway so it's not going to be an obstruction for everyone else. I don't know what happened there. Like, I must have put just a little bit too much trim in without noticing it because the aircraft just came straight up and I didn't have time to recover it. Probably didn't help us trying to teach Sabby what to do at the same time. I can't talk and fly at the same time. Like, my brain just physically can't do two things at once. throttle is on. I don't usually have that on for takeoff. Yeah, I'll leave that off. That could have been it, but I'm not sure. Wouldn't have thought that would be enough to do it. Krasnodar Center traffic, Circus 14, MiG-21 taxis, runway 27 for southwest departure, Krasnodar Center.
Doing the same departure?
Yeah. Flaps, trim. Yeah, now I'm getting freezes too. Good shit. I love this server.
Getting about 700. I'm not sure what my altitude is. I think above. What even? Where's my altitude? Altimeter.
Reference your airspeed indicator is directly below it, right of the gear lever. The outer scale is hundreds of meters, the inner scale is kilometers. If you want to do imperial, use the shorthand to measure the outside scale, and it gives you a rough estimate, give or take a few thousand feet, in tens of thousands. Just because of the way it's scaled, it wasn't deliberate.
About 500 kilometers. No, that's no way. 500 meters above, I think.
Krasnodar Center traffic, Circus 14, MiG-21. Lining up rolling 27 for southwest departure, Krasnodar Center. I haven't even got off the ground, I'm already tilted.
Alright, I'm gonna line up on the runway now, so you can, like, I think I will be just behind you if you take off. On 6 o'clock high.
Alright, I'm gonna come out of burner shortly, just form up on me as best you can. Even if
I am
you're on
on
flying
your-
trail, I can't see you if you're behind me though.
5 o'clock high. Just take
Krasnodar
altitude, it's
Center
fine.
traffic, Circus 14, clear of all runways departing southwest, checking out machine 253, Krasnodar Center.
Take a.
I'm now
Take
bearing.
altitude?
I'm now bearing 240.
I can see you. I can see you. I can see you.
Yep, heading 240.
I'm your 4 o'clock. I'm high and higher than you. I think I'm also faster. Doing about 600.
Doing 750. I'm slowing down to about 700 through a climb.
It's fine. It's fine. Can you see me? On your... I don't think you can.
No, if you're not in front of me, I can't see you.
Yeah, you're my 1 o'clock. I'll wanna go me form up on your left or on your right?
Whichever you're more comfortable with.
I'll form up on your left.
Okay, 700 kilometers an hour and slight climb.
burner almost forming up. Please no. Lag.
I can't see him at all.
Are you still doing only 700?
Yeah, 700, slight climb.
I'm doing almost 850 and I'm not taking you, like, going closer to you, which is weird.
Are you sure it's me you're following and not someone else?
Yeah, because you just took off. Reference F10 map?
Oh yeah, I see you. I'm gonna start a left turn as well. Start basically following the coast. Pop a flare. No, he sees me. He's just not catching up to me. Like, I can't see him, but he can see me.
Got you on smoke.
Hey, what are you doing?
God damn it, Dust Drive. I'm gonna switch my radio to the AWACS.
Slowly inching in on you.
That's AWACS.
Overlord, Pontiac 3-1. Request bogey dope. Pontiac 3-1. Overlord, clean.
That cab gives us a bra call and then a clean immediately after.
Flying straight?
Say again?
Are you flying straight?
I'm in a slight climb and a slight left bank. So I want to, like, when I hit the coast, I want to be basically paralleling the coast because we're heading to Sochi, right? There's ray gun as well, but it doesn't.
Too
have a
much
sound
paying
effect
attention to
yet.
you to actually find out where the coast is.
It's immediately off our nose.
I have a feeling that I'm gonna lose all my fuel just burning to get to you.
Check fuel. What's your gauge at?
Stand by. Almost there. Air brakes.
Oh, I see you.
Hello.
Yeah, what's your fuel at the moment?
2,000? What? No.
Yikes. Oof. You should have enough to make Sochi, but stay off the fucking throttle, yeah? I'm gonna come off the power bit as well.
19 RPMs. 750? Sorry, 650.
We need to get altitude for fuel economy, especially since you're solo. Since you've already emptied the thing, drop the bag, get rid of it.
How do I do that again?
You should. It has to be bound.
Hold on, no, I have it bound. Hold on.
Yeah, because the actual button is on the front of the stick. It's not clickable.
Stand by. Ah! Holy shit. Can we fly straight for 1 sec? I need to actually look something up. Okay, so I'm gonna go south recovery. There we go. Throttle to halfway, idle. Where's my fucking phone? Ah!
What do you want to know? Are you just looking for the binding or something?
MiG-21 pilot problems. Fuck are my buttons? Where you at? Are you high? Okay.
You're 3 high. I'm starting to get a little slow. I'm going to put some power on. We want to stay at least about 650. So, and we want to.
I am
like
exactly 600 right
yeah,
now.
you want to get altitude though, because the air down here is too thick. You burn through fuel much faster. You want to get to at least 20,000 feet, which is like
9 and 3.
I can't see you. I think you've flown under me.
Op center pot.
Oh, I see you. I'm in your 9.
I think I've dropped the center pot.
Looks like it.
Oh, you're on my left. Okay.
Yeah, you've dropped it. So for reference, your full internal fuel load is about 3,000 litres. So once the dial hits 3,000, it's pretty much emptied the centerline tank, and there will be a light that comes on the panel right of the fuel gauge. It'll kind of flicker for a bit, then it'll come on solid. That's the center tank's empty. Once you've punched out the center tank, the warning lights behind the stick on the right side, the top right one, nearest the emergency release for the nose wheel, that'll come on. That's, it'll go out to show that the pylon's empty. I've lost you again, but you're behind me.
Yeah, I'm your 6 high. There we go, I'm on your right.
I'm going to start climbing again, because
I'm on
I
your
actually
right, I'm on
lost
your right,
altitude
I'm on your
there.
right.
Yeah, I see you.
Very nice.
So I'm going to level the wings out and bring the nose up slightly, and try and hold speed around 650. About a 5-degree climb. And I'm at about 95% power just to hold this airspeed.
Is it in thousands of kilograms? The fuel?
Yes. Well, litres, not kilograms on the 21. They switched to kilograms later.
Right. Off your left.
Yeah, I see. Coming up to a 10-degree climb. Oh, geez, 20. Fuck. Try and hold it around 15, just so you don't run through too much fuel.
Waypoints on the CR.
Oh my god, this is hard as shit. Oh,
Yeah,
sunburn.
it would be a lot easier if this thing had roll or yaw trim, but it doesn't. It only has pitch, and the pitch trim's like really janky. I'm about to lose sight of you under my wing again. I think there might be a slight crosswind because the aircraft keeps trying to roll left. Better, I'm just being.
I got you my 2 o'clock. I got you my 2 o'clock. It's fine.
Yeah, no, I see you. It's just.
Yeah, it's just keeping you here is so hard.
If you
Holy shit.
if you can, try and place my aircraft like against a reference, like against the canopy bow or something.
I
in a
am.
certain spot, and use that.
That's
Don't worry,
what I'm
I'm
trying
shit
to.
awful
But
at it as
the
well.
aircraft is just like, no, I want to go left now.
Yeah, I know.
Or no, I want to lose speed. But no, it's no.
You need to keep like ignore your own instruments and everything. Just watch my aircraft. Like that's
That
the
is
thing with
only the
formation
only thing.
flying.
That's the only thing I'm doing at the moment.
Yeah.
Request bogey dope.
That's why
Holy
nobody
shit!
flies
Stop
formation combat anymore.
fighting me.
Turn the damper on. It'll stop it from porpoising so much. Remember where that is?
No.
Okay, gear lever.
I can't. I'm watching you. Hold on, stand by. I think if I go to south recovery now, it's gonna be fine. Or are we still climbing?
We're still climbing, but I'll level out and go into recovery.
Okay, stand by. Properly.
Alright.
Okay, where's the gear lever? Yeah.
Okay, gear lever. Below that's the gear indicator, right?
Yeah.
The triangular panel below that with 3 green buttons on the bottom of the switch. Yeah, it's the rightmost green button at the bottom.
Yeah. Got it.
But the problem is, with that on, your autopilot goes off. So don't use it when you're in...
You're dipping below me.
Yeah, that's because I turned it on. It takes you out of recovery and puts you back into manual. Like, you have to turn that on when you come out of recovery, if that makes sense. You can't have both on at the same time. So if you just press the damper, you need to press recovery again to go back into level flight.
Bye.
Heading is about 114, by the way.
Target location.
Well, correction, sorry, fucking brain not work. Yeah, no, about 114, I think.
Don't mind the honking in the background, by the way.
I'm at 750. I'm gonna come back on the throttle. Okay, back to 90%. Still in recovery. Now it's 700. And holding around that.
Overlord, Uzi, 9-1. Request bogey dope. Uzi, 9-1. Overlord, clean.
You okay down there?
No.
Just put it in recovery, don't worry about it.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah, I'm high in your 4 at the moment.
Can't hear you over this honking.
What the fuck is going on?
It's retard day. They take like what's it called, mentally handicapped, and put them in trucks, and then they go honking through the streets to give them a good day.
I see. It's a very very diplomatic way of putting it. Well done. Fuck's sake.
No, legit.
you're-
It's like I think it's for deaf children and mentally handicapped. I'm
Oh
losing.
no,
you.
I know. It's just you have such a way with words. I'm high in your 5. You're fucking.
I know, but
you're
I'm
accelerating off at a ridiculous rate,
and
dude.
I don't know why.
Check your throttle setting and your airspeed, and make sure
Oh,
you're
I
in
can't. I'm
recovery.
frozen. Oh. My throttle is halfway and I'm 700. I'm dipping. No. Stop. Damn. Right, and you're gone. Because I've now overshot you. There's
I'm behind
no way
you.
I'm gonna
I'm
find
behind
you
you.
again.
I can see. Just level off in recovery mode. I'll form on you.
Recovery.
Pontiac 3-1. Overlord, Rob, 093 for 170 at 27,000 knots.
Fuel check about 15,000? No, 1500.
1,500, yeah.
15,000 lol. 1500 liters?
Pontiac 3-1. Overlord, Rob, 1.
How far until we
I
get to
should be in
social?
front of you.
50 at
Um,
25,000.
a ways, make sure you're flying at like about 80 to 90% throttle.
Reaching throttle to 90%.
Target reacquired.
I'm in SAR recovery and I'm climbing. What?
Check your autopilot modes. You should have no lights on that triangle panel except for the top right status light.
Yeah, it is. No. It's
Double check you're in recovery. Hit the red
It's fine.
cancel.
It's fine. The climbing panel says 0 meters.
Okay. Well, the other thing as well is when it goes into recovery, it'll porpoise a bit while it finds its happy place, and then it settles.
Don't think something. Honk, honk.
I think you're behind me, under my oh, no, you're above me, I see you.
It's not behind you.
I'm under your nose. Slow down and do a gentle roll to the right. Like in place, don't bank. Just gentle right roll, in place, no bank. Keep rolling, keep rolling.
Okay,
keep
hold
rolling. Look under you. You've overtaken me. You shot past me.
Literally don't see you anywhere.
Alright, you just level off in recovery mode, follow the coast.
I am. Oh, you're on my left side, I see. About 650. Increasing speed.
Did you say reducing or increasing?
Reducing, I'm on idle right now. 80%. 650. You want me to fly feet wet?
Doesn't matter. Just keep tracking along the coast generally. We're 34 kilometers from the nav beacon. This is Sochi. We're over right now, like the actual city of Sochi. So the airport's just off the nose. Oh, there's red smoke down there. That is not a good sign.
Oh, you're close. Hello. Right, I'm gonna go visual again to keep you in my pattern.
Just make sure that is actually owned by our side. Okay, so the airport's directly off the nose. I'm going to come out of recovery. Follow me down. You can follow behind me if that makes you feel like it's easy to maintain formation or maintain visual on me, because I'm going to start descending.
DCS has stopped working. GG.
Ah, brilliant.
Cool game. Nice feature. Big sad. No landing training for me.
Check your page file. Make sure you've got a big enough page file and it's on a drive where it's got space to actually write to it. Because that causes a lot of DCS crashes. And I think that's probably why Gilson's DCS doesn't work as well. Okay, what runway have we got here? I'll come in the land side, I guess, 24. Looks like that's the active anyway. Just do a kind of lazy orbiting descent here. Sochi traffic, Circus 14, MiG-21 joining downwind, runway 24, Sochi.
My little brother is playing Elite Dangerous in the background.
Sochi traffic, Circus 14 turns left base, runway 24, Sochi. And I overshot that turn by a mile, as usual. Get some power on. Such a bad approach. And a lag spike just short of the runway. Fuck this. Such a traffic, Circus 14 goes around. The more people are on this server, the less playable it gets. That is the worst possible time to get a lag spike, right? It's on an already bad approach. Like, no. No way. Came in too low anyway. Such a traffic, Circus 14 turns base, runway 24. That looks better. Someone on the ground is desyncing to hell and back. That's quite hard. Not very happy with that landing. Oh, and of course I forgot my nose wheel braking. No reason to use the chute. I've got plenty of runway to roll out. Oh, my flying is dog shit tonight. Between crashing this thing on takeoff, which I don't think I've ever actually done before. Ever. Maybe once when I first flew it, to this. Oh my god, and there's something parked on the fucking runway? Are you kidding? Some absolute unit has parked a fucking... What is that? Has parked some form of SAM vehicle on the runway at Sochi. Oh my god. Welcome to Georgia at war.
Roger that. Transporting security forces.
Yeah, all I can think of, if you have got 32 gig of RAM, I would check your page file and make sure you've got a very big page file on a drive where it's not likely to get used by something else, because, like, that is, as far as I'm aware, one of the leading causes of DCS crashes. Like, I have several massive page files across 3 different drives, and even I have issues. Well, that was a bit of a non-starter. Didn't even get to shoot anything. Oh my god, that guy. I'm just gonna park very far away from him. You know, just in case. There's another MiG-21 over there. Well, I had a bit of a hard landing. It was a shitty landing in general. I'd had just actually a shitty flight in general. Fucking rookie tier handling. But whatever, I got it down in one piece, mostly. Actually surprised to see other people flying the MiG-21 in here. Right, well we can get rid of SRS, because I'm probably going to go do a little bit on Growling Sidewinder server, and that doesn't have a working SRS. I can't even remember if my bot supports that command. Pro streamer. Has it changed the title? Because it's... I'm going to restart the bot, actually, I think. I might have to. It's playing up on me. Generate token, make sure your username's correct. What? Right, let's try this again. It's just been one of those days, I think. Zabby already jumped out. I don't blame him.
Channel switched.
Did he survive the trip? No, he crashed out of the game. Like, he didn't even make it into the landing pattern. He lost connection. What the fuck is wrong with this shit? Ah, happy days. Apparently Twitch TV's API is having issues / is down, or the token has somehow corrupted itself, so my bot cannot change my stream title. So I'm gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way. Bear with me. Yeah, I'm kind of, I don't know. Georgia at War's alright for going on and killing stuff now and then, but it's like, the AI isn't really a challenge, and the server's really unstable. It's not as bad as it used to be, but it's not what it could be, put it that way. Change the title on my phone, because that'll go well. Haha, there we go. Right. Let's see. Don't tell me the server's down. I'm gonna cry. Ah, the server's down. Fuck. Okay. Well, there's people on blue flag, but I don't know if I want to get on blue flag. And of course, they've given F-14s to blue in the Caucasus. Yeah, that's not going to be fun to fly against. Great potential falling short on execution. Well, it's more that there's only so much you can do with that kind of mission. It's not really a dynamic campaign as such. The mission file's not very well laid out because of all the servers I've played on with that kind of mission file. Georgia at War seems to run the worst. I don't know what it is about that server. It's not well optimized. Pom's going to blue flag. Oh, okay. Which one's he going on? Because I'm pretty sure I'm faction locked to red on Caucasus, and blue is full of fucking Tomcats, which is going to be torture to fly against when you're as incompetent as me at air combat. Persian Gulf, I think I'm faction locked to blue. I don't have any NATO aircraft anyway, except Flaming Cliffs 3 stuff. I don't know why Sidewinder's server's suddenly gone down. It was up earlier. I was playing on it earlier. Let's see. Looks like one of the Just Dogfight servers is down too, and the one that's up, I have a very high ping to. 369. It'd probably ping kick me for that. Yeah, max ping 350. I'll just get auto kicked off that one. The joys of living in Australia. I fucking hate being stuck in this place. There's people in a Cold War. Hey! Oh my god! Cold War's actually got blue players on it. Right, we're jumping on that, boys. The only problem is, this server's missions are laid out so that they take fucking forever to get anywhere. Like, it can take upwards of an hour to find another player. And without a GCI, I'm basically blind. Pretty much the only time I've been really successful in this server is because Gilson was acting as my GCI on TeamSpeak. You really need someone to talk you onto targets on here, especially the MiG-21. Like, the F5 has some kind of use out of its radar, but the MiG-21's radar is pretty much pointless. It's only useful for finding stuff in bad weather, and for occasionally firing an R3R, which probably won't hit anyway. It's a shame Zabby's having issues because this is actually the server I would want him to play with me on, because having a wingman is very valuable here, even if he doesn't really know what he's doing in combat. Neither do I, to be honest. Just having a second pair of eyes to tell me that I've got someone trailing me, or he shot a missile at me, or something like that is just enormously valuable. Problem is as well, being the MiG-21 I mean, I don't think the F5 has any look-down capability either, but the MiG-21's radar is just so sensitive to ground clutter and ground returns, it's useless in the mountains. It's absolutely useless. Like, there's no point even having it turned on most of the time. Now, I don't believe this server restricts missiles. I don't think it does. I know that DCS Bush War does. It restricts you to the R3S, which is... Oh, sorry, no, the R13M1, I think. It's either the R13 or the 13M1. Now, that's actually kind of sort of useful because it's like basically an AIM-9B, except kind of less crap. The R3S isn't very good, but it's better than nothing. It's better than the R3S. And the F5s, I think, have AIM-9Bs, so it's, or sorry, GAR-8s, so it's pretty even on that. I should really fly the MiG-15 sometime. I've not flown that yet. I'll have to pick that up soon. Kovaledi. Taisi. Where are they flying from? Oh, Tbilisi. Oh, it's this mission. Okay. Yeah, this is a good mission. This is the one I'm used to flying on here. Okay. Let's go from Kutaisi. Disabled AA weapons, R60M, 13M1, R73. Yeah, so I can take R13s or R60s. I'll probably take just regular R60s because they're still fairly decent. Yeah, this one's a lot of fighting over the lakes. Channel 0. Cool beans. Let me see if I can convince Pom to join you. If he does join, he's going to be flying the F5 on blue because he doesn't have the MiG-21. I don't think he has any red Cold War aircraft. And if he does, I doubt he's going to want to fly them. That's not his cup of tea, not like it is me. I love these things. Ground crew. I don't think I can take a custom... Oh no, I can take a custom skin. Oh, they've changed that! You never used to be able to. Happy days. Alright, let's take the... What have I got? Take blue 15, I guess. Can't change my board number though, which is interesting. Not that it really matters. ASO pod, even though that's... The ASO pod is technically not correct on this aircraft, but, you know, it's kind of important to have. R3Rs on my outer pylons. Paired off R60s on the inner. Whoops, that's one. R60. Not that one. I want a big fuel tank, and that is me good to go.
Перезарядка по плану.
Right. Get rid of that. Hopefully they won't all leave now. That's usually what happens when I join the server. Either the mission switches, like, immediately, or everyone leaves. But it's been so long since I've been able to actually encounter another player on this server.
Командир, оружие подвешено.
Can't remember what the channel was on the ARC. Let's check. Sector 3, 4. Oh, so I was programming in the wrong fucking sector. Yeah, I was putting in the wrong sector for Sochi. I keep doing that. I keep forgetting. So Kutaisi is 4, Sochi is 2, or Sochi is 1, I think. Okay, so that's set to 4. Get rid of our knee board, we don't need it now. I've got to get a sound for that command. I tried pulling one from the game files, but I couldn't find the one I wanted. Okay, I think we're about good to go. We're slightly outnumbered. That's alright, just means it's a target-rich environment. Now, just because I'm more experienced in the MiG-21 than the 29 doesn't mean you're going to see high-level PvP play here either. I'm not good at PvP, period. This is the server I kind of started playing DCS on, so I've had more time in here than anywhere else PvP-wise, but it doesn't mean I'm good. Definitely doesn't mean I'm good. I actually usually do better on DDCS Bush War because the missiles are so limited. The F5s only get the GAR-8, and the R13M I can kind of make work, sometimes. But on here, even though I have access to better missiles, so do they. And as you can see, I'm usually outnumbered. People tend to stack blue on the Cold War servers. Because I'm pretty sure more people have the F5 than the MiG-21. And more people are comfortable flying the F5 PvP than the MiG-21. To remove my rudder pedals. There we go. Zoomed out a little too much. Oh, big freeze. Yikes. Now I believe this would put most of them out over one of the lake objectives. That call at 8,000 meters, that's AWACS. That's why it's so far away. Oh shit, 112 at 26? Hello. Merged. This is like the worst possible situation for me to be in. No idea what I'm merged with or where they are.
21, 113, дайте курс на ближайшую цель.
251 for 8. It's behind me. This is where I need a GCI to tell me what they're doing. No eyes on this guy whatsoever.
21, 113. Дайте курс на ближайшую цель.
Fuck's sake. Yep, there we go. She's rolling really hard left. Oh, sorry, hard right, so I've got to counter. Put in some left rudder. Is that compressor stalls I hear? No. That's me taking a hit.
Утаищет 113. Прибой.
This would be so much easier to control if the MiG-21 had roll trim. But it doesn't. He's probably chasing me. I don't know. I know I'm still pretty close to Kutaisi, but I don't know where exactly it is. And I don't want to try and gain the altitude to find it. I'm struggling to keep the aircraft flying. I'm full left rudder right now, and about half left stick, just to keep it from rolling right into the ground. Those two buttons are still bugged. What is it? Right alt. Delete, right alt, insert. Where the fuck is my insert key? Right there. I think I've lost all this stuff off the pylons anyway. Oh my lord, she does not like flying like this. Okay, I'll get rid of the rudder. Just dump the rudder and I'll keep the stick over. But where the fuck is Kutaisi? I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that. I think I see Kutaisi. Yep. Sure do. Now this is going to be a hell of an interesting landing. Do I want to try gear? Good question. This is going to have to be a really weird approach too. Is that... You motherfucker. You absolute motherfucker. If he shoots me down, I'm going to be very upset. I want to land this bitch. Come on. Come on. Come on. Round you go. Yeah, go left. Oh my god, it does not want to turn. It really does not want to turn. But I do still have flight controls at least. I don't think I'm going to be able to actually get onto the runway. Whoa! Whoa! Let's not do that. I'm in afterburner at 500 kilometers an hour. Full stick left, slightly back. About 3/4 left rudder. No, I don't have enough space here. We need to go around. I'll try a right turn since it does want to go right. I might be... Oh god, no. No, 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 no. Lost it. Ah, so close. So close. I never even saw the guy. Not once, until right there. This is the problem with the MiG-21 with no GCI. You cannot see anything. But I have an idea. I have an idea. If I can just find the right channel.
Channel switched.
I'll see if I can get Zabby to come in GCI for me, because at least that shouldn't crash his game.
Перезарядка по плану. Прием.
Channel
That's
switched.
all they do. It's kind of like makes it a bit awkward for missions, I guess.
Yeah. Hi, Ross.
Times.
Could I
Hello.
borrow a GCI so I don't get my ass kicked by F5s I can't see? I'm on the Cold War server. There's actually people in here.
All right. Yeah, I'll join you in a little bit.
All right, sweet.
I just need to fix up the stuff for the mission tonight.
All good.
Channel switched.
Командир, оружие подвешено.
So this is a problem with the MiG-21. 90% of the time you're going to get killed by something you aren't even going to see, because if it's behind you, you can't see it. If you're low to the ground, you can't see it. If you don't have a GCI, you can't see it. Like, it's pretty fucked up. So the MiG-21 is easy meat if it doesn't have any kind of guidance, or if it's flying alone. If it has a wingman, even another MiG-21, at least it's got a second pair of eyes. If it's ground controlled, it's actually really dangerous, because the ground controller can use it to set up intercepts and stuff, and it'll just fly radar off until it finds you, and then pop you with an R60. Like, one of my early streams in DCS was done in the MiG-21 with a GCI, and it was filthy. I ambushed 2 people in one flight, and I would have got a third if I had enough fuel for it. Is this the MiG? This is the MiG-21, yeah. Big step down in technology from what you saw me flying last time. Now I'm quite sure at least one of these little shits is hanging around Kutaisi waiting for me to take off. So I'm gonna have to be careful coming off the ground. There's about 10 years between this particular variant of the MiG-21 and the MiG-29 service entry. MiG-29 entered service in 1982, and the MiG-21 BIS entered service in 1972, I believe. This was the ultimate Soviet-built MiG-21. The only more modern versions are built in post-Soviet Russia and other countries, or are domestic upgrade projects like India's MiGs. Now the original MiG-21, yeah, there's a pretty big gap there. But the MiG-21 BIS is quite heavily upgraded from that. MiG-21 only has a short-range gun radar, right? The original version did. Very quickly they put an actual proper radar in it to turn it into an all-weather interceptor. The MiG-21 BIS radar has about a 35-kilometer range. It can see better upwards than downwards. You can only see about 4 degrees below the nose, but you can see like 30-something degrees upwards. It can carry radar-guided missiles, but they're very crappy radar-guided missiles. Radar still hasn't warmed up yet because we only just got off the ground. Go ahead and arm the gun. So you've got 3 pyrotechnic charges to cock the gun. The gun has 2 barrels. It's got 2 actions which are linked together. It kind of cycles like this, so when one goes off it loads the other. No spin-up time like a Gatling gun has, so you pull the trigger, it begins firing instantly. Nice high rate of fire because of the 2 barrels. But to actually reload the thing, you've got explosive charges in the gun mechanism that force the bolt back. It's an open bolt gun like most machine guns for cooling purposes. And it saves on mechanical complexity. 134 for 120. I don't know if I believe that. Got a Harrier and 2 F5s. Now there is an SU-25. That might have been what I saw circling around. I thought it was an F5, but they look kind of similar from certain aspects. It's an IR guided one, isn't it? The K-13, yes. So the K-13 was a reverse engineered copy of the very, very, very first generation of Sidewinder. This gets several variants. It gets the R3S, which is the K-13. The radar-guided missiles I'm carrying on my outer pylons, which you can't see because the R60s are in the way, those are R3Rs. So it's basically a first-gen Sidewinder with a semi-active radar homing seeker in it. The R3S/K-13, same thing, had a few evolutions. You've also got the R13 and the R13M1, both of which you can carry in the MiG-21 in this. And then you've also got these little fellas, the R60 and the R60M. Now, the R60M is basically just an all-aspect R60, but the R60 is more or less a baby R73. It's shorter and it's smaller, and it's got a very weak explosive charge, but it's quite a good missile. It's also the longest range missile the MiG-21 has, because even its semi-active radar homing missiles are hopelessly short-ranged, and its radar is quite short-ranged as well. Its radar-guided missiles are a simple choice between the R3R, which is crap, and the RS-2US, which is worse because it's a fucking beam rider. A beam riding air-to-air missile, like, oh. I have not used those, and I have no intention of ever using them, except possibly for memes. The only kind of target that would be any kind of useful against is a non-maneuvering B-52. Against a fighter, you can forget it. Oh, good time for a freeze. There we go. 147 for 90, you say. If I'm lucky, I can catch a Harrier. Hopefully without escort. Over by those lakes. No R-27 or R-23 for this then? Oh, hell no. The Russians, after the fall of the Soviet Union, as well as other countries, did produce upgrade kits for the MiG-21. So there do exist MiG-21s in the world which can carry anything up to and including R-73s, which is quite a lethal combination, actually. The MiG-21 can pull really high alpha maneuvers, surprisingly enough, and that coupled with the R-73 is pretty dangerous. As far as period correctness goes, though, the MiG-21 BIS does not carry either of those. If you want an R-27, you want a MiG-29. Even the MiG-23 that we're getting, eventually, the MiG-23 MLA, no R-27s. Just the R-23/R-24 and the R-60. Maybe the 73 if they're feeling really generous, but almost certainly not. Yeah, exactly. And this is the problem. The MiG-21 has no BVR capability whatsoever in DCS. None. It's a very short-ranged aircraft, both in terms of endurance and in terms of weaponry. And so getting close enough to actually fire on something in the MiG-21, if there's any modern aircraft around, is a nightmare. But if you can do it, if you can ambush them in the mountains or slip into a radar blind spot and creep up on them, this is probably the most dangerous aircraft in the game to be in a dogfight with, because the R-60M is quite a maneuverable missile. It's very small, like the MiG-21 is very small and hard to see from any kind of distance. It's very easy to lose visual on it. Sponge Babe! Hello! What's a 46%? That is a World of Tanks player who is a detriment to their team because they actually lose more games than they win. They are so bad at the game, even the law of probability doesn't save them. I used to stream a bit of World of Tanks, and I used to play a hell of a lot of World of Tanks, so that rule kind of appeared as a don't be bad at chat thing. How am I doing? Yeah, I'm going alright. My flying's a bit shit tonight, but, you know, whatever. I don't normally stream this late, but my sleep cycle's all fucked up because I may or may not have stayed up most of last night, just in case there was a stream. What's on my head? That's my track IR. So there's 3 little infrared LEDs in this, and I've got a camera next to my webcam, and that picks up the positions of the 3 lights and uses maths, which I'm bad at, to figure out where my head's pointing. So I can look around with my head, and it registers in-game. And I probably should have been listening to that AWACS call. What aircraft am I flying? The MiG-21 BIS. 087 for 1. Fuck, he's a long way away. There's got to be something closer than that. There's really got to be something closer than that. I'm going to turn my radar off for now. I don't want to burn it out. So, fun fact about the MiG-21. Your radar is alcohol cooled, right? Most Western aircraft use Coolanol, which is highly toxic. The Soviets tended to just use alcohol instead because it was cheaper and easier to work with and wouldn't like kill anyone who inhaled it. It had a couple of side effects. The first one is that you only have in this aircraft enough coolant to run the radar for 25 minutes before it overheats, and if it overheats it burns out half your electrics. you can leave it in standby for 60 minutes. The other side effect was the MiG-25 in particular, because the 25 had such a huge radar and was such a big aircraft and needed a lot of coolant, may have become known as the Flying Distillery, because whenever it landed after an intercept mission, the ground crew would get straight into whatever was left of the coolant and have themselves a jolly good time. Waste not, want not, I guess.
21, 113. Дайте курс на ближайшую цель.
0854. How are they so far away? Oh, that's their AWACS! Oh shit, okay. So I'm getting callouts for their AWACS, which is over their base, so I do not want to go there. I'll get shot down by like 100 SAMs. They're over here somewhere. They were attacking the objective down around these lakes. We're down to 2 Harriers now, so I've got a fair chance in a dogfight against the Harrier. The F5's a much better opponent for me, it's more evenly matched, but against a Harrier, I might actually have a bit of an opportunity here. Oh, hello. Well, there's one objective. Now, I'm not sure if the reason I'm not getting any calls on these guys is because they've already returned to base, or they've crashed or been shot down or something, or if they're just hiding in the mountains where AWACS can't see them. What's my mission? Basically just patrol, try and keep those 2 Harriers from blowing up all our shit. The objective is a bunch of pumping stations around these lakes. It's like some sort of weird territorial dispute over control of the water table. I don't know. But I'm basically here to try and prevent them from finishing their ground attack objectives. Okay, so I'm slightly north of the objective, so it'll be a lake behind my tail here. It's more like an X objective, yeah. I'm not actually sure which team's lake that was. I might put the radar back on just for a bit in case there's a Harrier lurking around in these hills. But because I'm so low to the ground, I'm going to get a lot of ground returns in the radar, which makes it basically near useless. Like that sort of green haze is ground returns because I'm so low. Okay, so I'm going to turn in. Actually, it is that lake that was the objective.
113. Дайте курс на ближайшую цель.
The AI AWACS in this game is useless. It gives you like the absolute bare minimum of information, so you can't work out what the enemy is actually doing, only where they are when you ask him where to tell you where they are, if that makes sense. I'm gonna go ahead and drop my belly tank because it's empty. My main problem with this server, aside from the fact there's almost never anyone on it when I want to play, is that a lot of the missions are set out so they take a very long time, and you do a lot of flying around with no real chance of finding anybody, especially because there's only a few people on at the moment. There's a very good chance I'm going to have to run out of fuel and return to base without ever seeing another plane. Just because my base is so far from the objective and there's not many people playing. And being Harriers, these 2 guys are going to be hugging the ground as much as possible to avoid getting spotted. Hey, Pom! Thanks for the raid. So, there's people in the Cold War server, and I can't find them. That's where they're going, or where they should be going, but I don't know where they are, and our AWACS doesn't see them. That's disappointing. Yeah, well, you know, that's PvP air combat for you. People will go out of their way to avoid being seen. These calls are all for their AWACS. That's the only thing ours can see at the moment. If I get a call for somebody that's, you know, 50 or 100 meters off the deck, that's a Harrier. Nothing on the radar. And unfortunately I can't go hang around their airfield and pop them as they take off or land, because there's that many SAMs positioned around it, it's suicide. Luck evened out with Just Dogfight. I was actually going to join Just Dogfight until I realised my ping to it is like 370, and they have a 350 ping limit. Oh, hello, 060 for 120. That is a Harrier, my friends. And he's 120 miles out. Damn, he's a long way away. And he's cold, which means he's running away from us. He's probably returning to base. And he's just popped up high enough over the hills that RA Wax has spotted him. Gotta watch my fuel. The MiG-21 has very short legs. Fed up, plus Cat won't leave me alone. Yeah. I don't know, dude. I'm really kind of pissed off that I'm not supposed to keep pets here. Mind you, I can't afford a pet at the moment anyway. I can barely afford to feed myself, but I want something. It's so fucking quiet in here. I need to see if, once I got some cash together and I can actually afford it, I have to see if I can, like, swindle the landlord into letting me keep a pair of rabbits in the front room or something. Because my front room is pretty much rabbit-proof. It's got a, slate floor and there's no baseboards or anything to chew on. He's lost that Harrier again. For some reason, I think they broke the this in the patch. There was a patch recently. They restored the MiG-21's gun sounds, but now this, which is your pedo selector, is in the emergency position. I keep forgetting to switch it back over. It should start switch to the right instead of the left. So what this does is all your vacuum instruments, so your airspeed indicator, altimeter, all that good stuff, you know, the stuff you need to fly. The primary pitot tube is out on the end of that stick, dangling off the nose, and the secondary is this thing that you can just see on the right side, outside the canopy. Gotta be careful I don't get too close to Tbilisi. Oh, one of them's disconnected. Good shit. Now we got one Harrier to look for. Needle in a haystack. Excuse me? Oh, hello. Who are you? Is that a SAM site or is that a Harrier? Well, no, it wouldn't be a Harrier because he doesn't have a radar. Oh, that's a bit concerning. I might be getting a little bit too close to Tbilisi for my own good. There we go, 079 for 60 miles. Hot, he's nose on with me. That's our Harrier. Now, because he's 60 kilometers away, we're not going to see him on the radar for a while. The radar has a maximum detection range of 35 kilometers and a maximum lock range of about 20. it's a really shitty old school radar. It's almost useless. There's a lot of things in the MiG-21 that you could describe as almost useless. The radar warning receiver up here is one of them. All I know is I'm being pinged by radars to my front right and my front left. That's it. It doesn't tell me what kind of radar. It doesn't tell me where exactly, how far away, whether it's above or below me, nothing. And if I get locked up, all it tells me is that I'm locked, not where from. Now I've got to be careful because I think I am getting quite close to some SAM sites here. I've got to keep an eye out for missile trails. 100 for 19, he's coming around my right side. And yet I can't see him on radar. Go figure. Merged. Uh-oh. This is the problem with flying the MiG-21 alone. You can't see what's going on outside. And now AWACS calls clean. I know there's a MiG or a Harrier around somewhere. Hey Stella, I've got a Harrier merged with me and I can't see him. Please help.
Oh shit, okay. Give me a hot minute. Fuck this machine.
Merged again. If I can just mess him around until Stella gets in, she can go into a GCI slot and basically act as my eyes. Although we're so low, she might not be able to see him on radar. Now, being a MiG-21, I do have the advantage of speed over him, but he is carrying missiles to defend himself, and he has a gun, and the Harrier is fairly agile. So I've got to keep an eye out for any specks or dots or white trails especially, because a white trail is death. The Harrier is fairly smoky, like the MiG-21. Now when I go into afterburner, I stop smoking. He doesn't, because he doesn't have afterburners. I just can't see him though. We're both quite low against the ground. AWACS is useless, as usual. PvP, yeah, this is PvP. This is the Cold War server, 1947 to 91. And I am at basically bingo fuel, so I need to hurry up and either kill this guy or head home. I'm 1500 fuel, I need to kill him or go back. This is the first server I played on DCS Bomb. Like, I would play here so much more often if it was populated.
Right, I'm gonna grab a sandwich while the game boots up.
You just startled the shit out of me. Holy fuck. What other aircraft are you good with? None of them. I'm not good with anything. I'm hopeless at PvP, and I'm not very good at PvE either. I'm mostly, like, most of my experience in flight sims is World War I and 2 stuff. So,
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm much better with guns than I am with radar and missiles. Good question, Pom. I ask myself that all the time. I cannot see this Harrier. I need to RTB, like, right now. And just hope he doesn't get into position to fire a Sidewinder at me. And And I'm not entirely sure what that radar is, because I'm like 99% certain the Harrier doesn't, or the AV-8B at least, doesn't have a radar, since it's a ground attack aircraft. Now, the Sea Harrier definitely does, but we don't have a Sea Harrier in DCS yet. Oh, that's Tbilisi. I need to not be there. Sorry, SpongeBob, I'll catch up on chat in a sec. I'm just slightly paranoid at the moment. Okay, I'm gonna just turn my radar off because there's no point having it on. I can't even see the guy. I'm gonna run for home, I think. I have to. Oh! Oh, Jesus Christ! That's why you need a GCI in the MiG-21. I had no idea he was there. Right. While I wait for Stella to sort of shit out so she can stop that from ever happening again, because that should not have happened, I'm going to catch up on chat. He bagged me, so I'm just going to wait for you to be ready. I'll start this thing up. Didn't even sidewind to me, he guns me. That's some disrespect right there. Fucking hell. Mission ends in 1 hour. That's alright, I probably won't be on here in 1 hour.
Перезарядка по плану.
Imagine getting gunned by a Harrier. Imagine not seeing the Harrier, that's the problem. I couldn't tell he was there. I knew he was around, I just didn't know where. I never saw him. Literally never saw him, either on my radar or visual. Not even a speck, not even a smoke trail. That's the problem with the MiG-21. You have no situational awareness, like literally none. Somebody has to fly across your nose before you even know that they're there. Can AWACS even see something that low? Sometimes. It's really spotty. Like, a lot of the time it couldn't. Could be worse. The really old MiGs had no directional RWR at all. Yeah, the MiG-19 has an RWR that tells you if something's behind you, and that's it. Funny thing is, the MiG-23, which I'm really keen to get, the variant we're getting, the MLA, has this same useless SPO-10 piece of crap bolted to the side of the canopy boat. So I'm going to have to get used to that thing. Let's see. Did I just drop flares? Yeah, every time you hear bang, bang, bang like that, that's me popping out flares. If you hear a series of much louder bangs really close together, that sounds like someone smashing the side of the plane with a bat, that's a compressor stall. But that doesn't happen very often in the MiG-21. The engines are very tolerant. It's much harder to compressor stall the MiG-21's engine than most other aircraft in DCS. Go MiG-15, I haven't set up my controls for 15 at all. I haven't flown it yet. I need to, but it's on the backlog. I really haven't spent all that much time setting up aircraft in this, to be honest.
21. Обнаружена новая цель. 102. Удаление 210 на 500. Сближайтесь. 113. 21. Обнаружена новая цель. 109. Удаление 170 на 500. Сближайтесь.
All right. You there, Stella? Apparently not. She's not in the server yet, so might be a while. That squeaking is the pinky switch on my joystick. It's like, I use it basically as the brake lever. It's in the same place as the brake lever on this, so. The MiG-21 steers by differential braking, which is why you keep hearing, like, you'll hear me pull the brake handle and then you'll hear like a hiss, because it's got pneumatic brakes. It just vents the pressure.
Обнаружена новая цель. 112. Удаление 150 на 2000. Сближайтесь.
Right. Hopefully this time I'll get to bag something. Oh, there's a Huey. The Huey at least can't defend itself from me, but it's also very hard to hit. I got 2 Harriers, no F5s. The F5 is much more dangerous to me than a Harrier is. Lube it. What, you think I'm actually going to try and put any effort into not having a scuffed stream? Half my shit's held together with blue tack and rubber bands, dude. Squeaky joystick doesn't hurt anybody. Just adds to the charm, obviously. Adds to the mystique. Oh, there's people getting on. So at least the server's getting populated.
Right, Ross, what's the server?
Cold War 47 to 91.
Oh, nice. That's all PvP shit.
Yeah, which is why I need a GCI. I just got fucking wrecked by a Harrier who I never saw, even though I was looking for him for about 10 minutes.
Why can I not see the server?
Just search Cold War, it should come up.
There we go.
113. 21. Обнаружена новая цель. 115.
Shit's way more getter than mine. Oh, I don't know, dude. I don't know.
Дистанция не меняется.
By the way, you showing up to my meme mission later.
Should be, unless I pass out.
Nice.
Okay, everything looks good. Just use TeamSpeak, no point launching SRS. I don't even know if they have an SRS for this server.
I think they do. Which side do you want?
Red. As if that question even needs asking.
Very good, comrade. Tactical commander.
I've just taken off from Kutaisi. I'm tracking east-southeast.
Yeah. They do have SRS, okay, so it's...
Most of them are going to be in Harriers hugging the ground, so I don't know how good of a picture you're going to have of them, but if I can, like, if I get a merge call, I'll try and bait them high. So you should get a, like, a snapshot at least. I'd show you my keyboard to show you like how hopelessly ancient it is, but it looks gross because it's that wonderful 90s shade of beige where every like crumb and bit of dust and bit of sweat off your fingers sticks to it, and it gross.
I don't see you anywhere.
It's like 20 something years old. I'm flying bearing 120 from Kutaisi. Just crossing the river.
I've got nothing right now.
See if the AI sees anything.
Around the last time we played on this server, like the radar or the AWACS is like dog shit.
Yeah, I've got something 119 for 140 at 3500. It's too low to be their AWACS. It's basically right off my nose, 140 kilometers out. So I'll start tracking that way. I think what I'll do is I'll just see if I get a merge call off the AI, and then I'll try and draw them high enough for you to see.
Okay.
I don't know why they broke that, or how they broke it. There was nothing wrong with it to start with. Hey! Yep, flying the MiG-21 again. I saw there were actually people on the Cold War server and I couldn't help but jump on.
On SRS anyway, because it's not connecting.
The only other guy on red is an SU-25 anyway, so I don't think he really needs GCI.
No real point in it.
Third place on your channel for bits. Oh jeez. Discrimination against the poor. 130 for 100. 130 for 100 at 4,000. 4 kilometers, that's pretty high. He's brave.
Yeah, still got fuck all on the radar. Oh no, hang on. I've got a Harrier. You. Hey. Bearing 139 degrees or 48 nautical miles. Angels 14,000.
Is it giving,
southwest.
check your units, is it giving you miles or kilometers? Because you're red.
Nautical miles.
Okay. That's helpful. That's alright, I'll just figure out the conversions myself. So I need about 20 miles before I can pick them up on my radar.
Okay. Is there anywhere I can fucking change that shit? So
I think it's dependent.
different.
Actually no, check. It might be under general settings though, so you might have to back out of the server to do it, so don't worry about it. I'll just do the conversion myself.
Okay.
Yeah, AI's picked him up to 141 for 70 kilometers at 4.5 Ks. It's about 15,000 feet.
Nice.
Fuck knows why it'd be at 15,000 feet in a Harrier.
I don't know, he's going to like... Well, my helipad and my storage have like some more chance out some shit. Yeah, I'll give you an update again. He's now heading 152 degrees, 27 nautical miles.
I'll try not to.
Angels 5,000. He's descending pretty quickly. There's also another guy like way out to the fucking east, like 83 nautical miles, like right near that next fucking city, whatever it's called. Oh, near Tbilisi.
Yeah, that's their base. It's like carpeted with sand, so I can't get too close to it. He's probably just taken off and just landing.
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna start picking this guy up on radar pretty shortly. Oh, I've got him! Get rid of the belly tank.
Yeah, he's turning towards you. I know he's turning about now. He's
I had him for a moment, I've lost
northwest.
him again.
Heading up 146, 12 nautical miles. Yeah. He's turning about, facing southeast.
That little T shape is him. I keep losing him. I think he's in the ground clutter.
Yeah, he's still on that heading. Angels is 16,000. Looks like he's going for another run on the lake, so I don't think he's seeing you.
I've got lock. Just working on range.
By the way, I apologise for the eating noises. Just need to cram some food in me before the mission later. Or like a fucking Marmite and cheese toasty, something nasty like that.
I just totally lost him.
Keep heading on that bearing, get him.
I think he might have dipped behind a ridge line.
He's at 10,000 feet. He's gaining altitude now.
Got him back. Closing. So when you lock someone in the MiG-21, the radar picture goes from top down into a tail chase. A lot of people don't realise that. So you can use the little cross in the centre to point the nose at this guy, which I'm going to do here.
He's breaking off to the east. You got him on thing, have you?
I've lost sight of him.
Ooh, I went over. He's broken around to your rear. You're heading 316. Wait again, 296. He's just north of the lake now.
Remember, I have to look down to see my compass. Just give me the simplest directions
Could
you
be
can.
dead to your front. Dead front. Braking slightly right. Heading north. Angels 11,000. He's swinging around to face northeast.
2 missiles away.
Fucking hell. Oh, you got him.
Splash one Harrier. And they both fired off the same pylon, for fuck's sake. I wish they'd fix that. It should, yeah, it should alternate. It should go one from one from the other. Like, it shouldn't be pilot set. There was an automated system to do that. I've still got one R3 on the other wing to kind of balance it. Alright,
I don't see fuck all else.
Yeah, I'm gonna RTB. I don't want to get greedy. I'm down to 2,000 fuel. What's my bearing to Kutaisi?
I see. 1 sec.
You guys saw, like, I could not see him at any point. I was using the radar to guide my nose onto him. The only time I saw him was when he went under me over the lake, right after I shot that first R3. That was the only time I saw him at all.
There it is.
Until I splashed him.
Heading 302.
Thank you.
It's 70 nautical miles out.
Yeah, the RSBN's kind of sketchy at this range, with all the hills and shit.
Alright, fair one. Did a good job of dodging, like, fucking, was it 3 missiles altogether that you dodged?
Yeah, one of the R60s dived on a flare. The R3 was too close, like, he was closing on me, so the R3 just went stupid off the rail, and the last R60 tagged him.
Fair one.
Hey Solomon, just bagged myself a Harrier.
That guy took
Finally.
off from the... I don't know, he's just landed.
It's nice actually seeing people in this server again. There's some F5s starting to pop up though, so this could get pretty hairy.
Oh shit. Yeah, all I've got right now is an AV-8B that's fucking...
Farming today? No, this is the MiG-21. I'm fishing.
Over to Bleacy. I think he's going into land or something. Keep an eye on the time. So, yeah, it's 7 o'clock. Usually it's 5 o'clock. I've set another fucking alarm so I don't forget.
Yeah, I figure I'll probably just stay up, play the mission, then crash out for a couple hours. Then I've got a bunch of shit to do through the day, so not sure if I'll be streaming my usual time tomorrow or not, but we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna be busy tomorrow anyway. Gotta like sort some shit out and then disappear around to my girlfriend, so.
Yeah, I got a bunch of shit that's piled up that should have been done over the last week and hasn't, so I'm gonna have fun.
Yeah. Yeah, basically the same shit. Like, my landlady's been away for like a week, and I'm looking after the cats and stuff. It's just like, I need to fucking tidy the house before she gets back, so she doesn't see how I actually live.
Yeah, I love that. Every time I got a flat inspection coming up, it's like, I'll clean it. I'll spend the last week or so cleaning it, then the last day, like 2 hours before I need to actually go to bed. Oh, fuck.
Yeah. To be fair, it's not much I need to do. It's just the cats fucking drop hair everywhere.
Stickies. Fuck, check the tension. I think the X52 has a very
And like, it gets annoying, like you basically have to do it every day for it not to be noticeable.
I also had an issue with my X52 stick where the centering spring was really stiff and the stick itself wouldn't move very well. Especially if it was cold. Like, once the stick warmed up from use, it would be fine. Otherwise I'd have to actually palm slap the thing over to get any kind of movement out of it. Which was, you know, not optimal. Half the reason I can't formation fly to save my life is because I never got the chance to practice with that old stick. I just didn't have the precision to do it. Oh, the surface is sticky? Yeah. Oh, it's yeah. Probably the rubberized coating on it's gone a bit weird with humidity or something. Okay, I'm 48 kilometers out from Kutaisi now.
I wish there was just one unit of fucking measurement in this game. Like, I wish it was just all kilometers.
Yeah, but that wouldn't be authentic.
I guess not, but still, it gets confusing. I think everyone just defaults to the fucking nautical miles thing, don't they? For the most part.
Aviation-wise, Western countries do. Eastern countries don't. They're all metric. Whereas Western countries, even if they are metric in everything else, are imperial in aeronautical measure and naval measure, like normal nautical measure.
Why? It's so dumb.
Because I guess aeronautical, because they kind of associated flying with ships. It inherited the same system of measurement.
Yeah, just I don't know. When everything starts getting switched to metric, won't they just like?
In Germany, we went for metric. I would actually check your military aircraft because I bet you anything they're imperial, and all your civil aircraft will be imperial too.
I guess it's because America built a load of fucking
everything's
planes.
standardized around imperial in Western countries. As far as flying
They'd
goes.
be kind of pissed if like NATO was like, oh hey, we're using kilometers now.
Now I know for World War II military aircraft, Germany was all metric.
Some bullshit, I imagine.
Okay, I'm just about to be. I think I'm like one bend of the river down from Kutaisi, so I'll be landing shortly.
Yeah, you are. You're like 10 nautical miles out. It's heading 294 from.
Yeah, the RSPN's got it now. I wish I'd figured out the damper button earlier. It makes trimming this thing so much easier. Oh, there's the airfield.
Damper button?
Yeah, on the autopilot panel, there's a button which turns on the control damper, and it just like makes it a little less twitchy.
That's good to know. One day I'll get a flight stick of my own, and I can fly fucking planes at high speed into the fucking deck.
Zabi was all excited to do MiG-21s, and then his game just crashed on him and gave up. Welcome to DCS.
That's lame.
I think the issue that people have, if it's not RAM, is usually the page file. I think that's Gilson's problem too, although I'm pretty sure he doesn't realise it.
What do you mean? What's a page file?
It's like working memory on a hard drive. Kind of like, I don't know. I'm not good at computers.
Okay.
It's kind of RAM, but not, I think. But it's fairly important, and it's something most people don't even know exists.
Yeah, I don't really know what the fuck it is, but yeah.
I'm a bit low.
Yeah, because whenever like I've been fucking like loading into spectate and stuff, my game will sometimes crash. Kind of annoying. So I kind of wonder like if I'd actually be able to fly planes in the first place. Or whether I need to like just wait until I can. Mind you, I'm probably going to upgrade my PC before I get a fucking flight stick anyway. There's a guy called Jelly Donut. What is that? Yeah, it's nice though. I'm actually picking up their aircraft occasionally. So, the radar's actually working this time.
It was a little hard there. I could have flared a bit more, but I didn't break the aircraft, so that's all good.
Well, I don't know where our actual radar is, so I can't see like the detection
Right,
range
shoot
on
out.
it. Like where I should be getting people. We got a fucking plane somewhere. Yeah, I have no idea what our radar actually is,
Shoot's gone.
or whether it's just some magical, omnipotent fucking thing.
Yeah,
I'm
this
trying
thing
to
does
surround
have an
this single
RWR.
radio
It's
as well,
this
see if,
here.
like, dudes on there.
It has
Or
4
not.
lights. Well,
Correct,
8 if you
correct.
count the night filter lights. So right now, something in the rear right quarter of my aircraft is in search mode. If it was to lock me, all of the lights
go.
would light up and it would start squealing at me. So I know that something's in search mode and I know that something can lock me. I don't know what it is. I only know the vaguest direction of where it is, and if it's locking me, I don't even know where it is. I don't know what altitude it's at. I don't know if it's ground or air-based radar. I don't know if something's fired at me because it makes no distinction between being locked and being locked on a fire control frequency. It's basically useless. If somebody tries to microwave a casserole for lunch, this thing starts going off. It's crap.
MiG-21's
Yeah,
an
it really
L-39.
does. So this is an SPO-10. The Su-27 has the SPO-15.
What? This channel 0 and channel 2 thing about, is that the thing for like when you're in planes?
Yeah,
Right, okay.
Channel
So-
0 in the MiG-21 is AI AWACS.
Okay. So I guess I've not got a thing set up for APR AWACS? Ever? Okay, I'm gonna try tuning into them anyway, see what happens. Oh. Oh, right.
Отказ систем. Смотри экран.
Дозаправка по плану. Перезарядка по плану.
Hey, Pity Mimic, thanks for the follow. Just gonna get the ground crew to rearm and refuel me, and then I'll head out for another flight. See if we can tag an F5 maybe. There's a couple MiG-21s getting on though.
Oh yeah, that guy's an SG-20.
We might actually have them outnumbered for once.
How long are you supposed to be on? Using multiple channels, what is this? 15s is on that one. It literally doesn't say what he's supposed to. Oh, I'll just
I don't
try.
even know if the ground crew are doing anything. I might need to pop the canopy to talk
1,
to
2.
them. We'll see. Oh yeah, they're refueling me.
Командир, борт заправлен.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's on it. Oh well.
Yeah.
Just there's an F5 whizzing around and we've got 2 SG-25s that are probably going to get smashed.
Yeah, I'm gonna quickly rearm and then get back out there.
Nice.
Командир, оружие подвешено.
I just type it fucking. I'm just gonna type in chat the griddies up for everyone.
Make sure you're inside chat.
Else, yeah.
Looks clear. Nobody coming in on final that way. Alright, we're good.
Hopefully that'll help someone not get killed.
Oh, uh-oh. I think the damper is to blame for that. So make damn sure you do not have that turned on for takeoff. It causes very bad things to happen. That porpoising, that very nearly stalled me out and crashed me. And that's the damper. So it's good for flying, it's not good for taking off. Get the nose down to pick up a bit of speed here. Right. There we go.
That you taking off from?
Yeah, so pro tip, the damper is not a good idea to have on during takeoff. It nearly stalled me. Like it just whips the nose up and then starts porpoising you along the runway.
Brilliant. Right, so the F5 heading 110 degrees for 74 nautical miles. Angels is currently around 7,000, but it's decreasing. He's tracking northwest towards a friendly SG-25. He's heading straight for him. I'm gonna try and tell in chat before he gets fucking killed. Put on. Boss update, heading 097, 45 nautical miles.
5?
I'll say again, heading is 097 for 45 nautical miles.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah,
Scared the shit out of me.
moving to intercept him. This F5's right fucking next to him. Yeah, fucking gonna turn onto his tail and wipe him out. Shit.
I'm gonna murder my way over there. Keep me posted on where he is.
Yeah, we'll do. Although, I'm not sure now. He's not turned into engaging. That's really fucking weird. Okay.
You might not see him.
Yeah, new heading for you, Ross. Heading 082 for 22 nautical miles. Angels 4000, tracking northwest.
When they're both beeping, is that behind or
Ah, fuck, I did that on
contact?
chat. Shit.
Okay, so when both are going, both up top is in front, both in bottom is in back, both left, he's directly to my
God damn it,
left.
why did it swap?
But if you get them going on opposite sides, like, it can, if they're out of
Oh
synchronization...
fuck yeah, it's because I've done it in old chat. He's probably gone to the northwest where
Good
I said
meme.
you were.
I
You're
told
currently
you,
west.
I told you to check. Yeah, so if they're both going at the same time, it means that he's
Turning to
over
face
that
you,
way.
Ross, heading
they are going out of
0,
sequence,
68
then
degrees
it's two
for
different
11
things.
nautical miles, closing. Altitude 3000.
Say again, Barry?
061. He's coming straight for you. He's going to be right off your nose.
Nothing on radar.
Altitude 2000. You're going to merge pretty soon. 4 nautical miles of closing.
I see nothing.
He's going to be passing off your left wing. Lower than you. Turning into you. He's now south of you directly. Off your rear. He's heading south. New heading, Ross, 141 degrees for 4 nautical miles. Angels 3000, he's heading west.
I've got absolutely nothing. I can't
Now
really
we're
do headings,
zero-
I can't look at my compass.
Okay, well, turn right a bit and then fucking what else you do? You're at 5000, he's at 4000, so he's a bit beneath you down to your right. Close at 3 nautical miles. Left a bit.
It's behind a ridge, I guess.
Alright, you've gone past him. He's now heading straight north. You're on his tail. Heading 3-2. Angels 3000. Turning direct north. Now northwest.
Yeah, I just got to call out
He's
for
at
my wax
3000
too.
feet.
I see literally fucking nothing.
Yeah, he's at 3000 feet. You're at fucking 7000.
No, but I mean, I can't even see a smoke trail, I can't see a speck, I can't see anything.
Definitely there.
I know he's
Right.
here, but I can't see him. I don't know where to
You've
turn.
gone past him. Turn around.
Is it a fucking helicopter? How am I going past it so much?
It's an F5. He's going real slow. He's going up 4,000 whatever speed is in apparently. It doesn't actually give you a fucking unit measurement. New heading 198 degrees, 7 nautical miles. Angels 3000, increasing. Speed is 426 something units. Why doesn't it not tell me?
Knots, I guess? I don't know. So I'm in a bunch of mountains. He must be hugging the ground because I have not seen anything at all.
At 5,000 feet, it's about to intercept from USU-25 directly off your nose. 4,000.
Tell the 25 to
Sorry,
climb. Tell the 25 to climb. I need this guy to go high. I cannot see him in the mountains. That's the afterburner engaging.
Going on to him.
That's me popping flares.
You're about to pass directly over him.
How?
Now. He's at 5,000 feet.
Fucking off my nose! I got him.
Yeah.
He's as blind as I am. He hasn't noticed.
Hell.
Oh, there we go.
He's turning south onto your rear.
Yeah, I see him. I see him.
Firing a missile at him.
I hope it's at him. Yep, it is. Nice.
Oh, yeah,
good kill. Fucking good kill. I just had another signature.
No enemies nearby, according to me anyway.
Don't know what it was. One of my heaters started squealing at me. It might have been a piece of wreckage or something.
Yeah.
I'm at 2,000 litres. Is there anything within about, I don't know, 30 miles? Because I used quite a bit of burner to get over here and then try and find
Yeah,
him.
there's nothing. It was only him. He was the guy who was being the Harrier before he swapped out. Kind of it really. There's not much else going on. Oh, that's why you couldn't see him. He was lagging apparently in a big way.
He looked fine once I got within visual of him.
Yeah, I don't know.
It doesn't help that he was using the MiG-21 skin, so he was black, and against the ground it's very hard to see that.
Oh right, okay. Fair.
I mean, well, this whole area is just hills and rivers and mountains, and between my shitty radar and the fact that he was against the ground, I couldn't see smoke, I couldn't see anything, my radar didn't pick him up at any point. Like, even when he was supposedly above me, I didn't pick him up.
Okay. Understandable. Yeah, I remember you and fucking, was it you and G-Man? Yeah, you and G-Man having a fucking, I don't know, or was it Divo and G-Man having a fucking dogfight around this bit?
Yeah, we all did it over here and none of us could see each other.
Really fucking good.
Kind of want to paint the inside of my car with that weird Russian internals colour. I know, right? It's so soothing.
If you go onto the actual map, you can see all the crazy contours, but it makes it difficult as shit to read fucking names.
It's my heading to Kutaisi.
Heading 277 degrees for 45 nautical miles. I should probably get off this now anyway and try and make something more substantial to eat before the mission later.
Understandable.
I'll catch you there.
Catch you later. I'm kind of tempted to just keep streaming until the mission, but I also kind of want to eat and do other stuff. So, just as a heads up, in, let me work out times. Yeah, about 2 hours, yeah, I might as well just keep streaming, I guess. Or only take like an hour or so break. But in 2 3/4 hours time, so about 3 hours, we're doing a mission in Arma 3. I think it's a World War II mission, Stella's running it, so if you guys are around and keen to see some hilariously fucked up Arma milsim, then feel free to watch us monkeys flail around. There will definitely be memes, and there will almost certainly be war crimes. Especially if anyone trusts North Bend with a machine gun. Seen Hell Let Loose? No, I haven't. I've heard of it, but I haven't seen anything of it. Another PTSD sim I need to add to my list, yeah. I need to get back into Squad and PR. Or not PR, Postscriptum. Actually, I wouldn't mind playing some PR. The Falklands maps on that I quite like, just because nothing else does the Falklands. But Darkest Hour, the Red Orchestra 1 mod, got a pretty big update about a month ago, so I'm keen to get back into that and maybe do some Darkest Hour streams, because I used to play that religiously. I played so much Red Orchestra. PR Project Reality, it's a Battlefield 2 mod. It's a really old Battlefield 2 mod. It was basically like a, not quite, I don't know if I call it quite milsim. It had like base building elements as well as milsim elements before it was cool. If you've played Squad, Squad is literally just Project Reality, but on a new engine with better graphics and some slightly tweaked mechanics. The gameplay is the same. Same with Postscriptum. It's all made by the same guys, and they play basically the same way. It's pretty alright. It's one of those games where you either have, like, a match that's 3 hours of non-stop mayhem, or you have a match that's 3 hours of you never see another human being other than your own squad mates. So it can be hit and miss, and it requires quite an investment of time to really get any decent matches, but it's a lot of fun when you do. So we're pretty close, 20 kilometers, it'll be just off the nose there. Even get to use any of my missiles. Just means that it'll speed up the process of rearming on the ground. So all I gotta do is refuel and put a new belly tank on. Okay, there's the airfield, just out of the right quarter panel there. Off, yes it is. in a little fast there. Excuse me? Did I burst a tire? I must have. I probably touched down a bit fast. I can't actually tell. I can't tell if the undercarriage is broken or if it's a tire. I think it might be the undercarriage legs partially collapsed. I might have done a bit of a heavy landing. I've got a take to mine with some sandpaper to file down the afterburner detent, so instead of having to lift the throttle over it, which is annoying, and my throttle's not fixed to the desk, it's just sitting there by its weight, instead of picking it up and lifting it over, I want to be able to just push it through with a bit of a friction gate. Now, I think I burst a tire, but I'm not 100% sure, and there's no external views on this server, so I can't really check. What I might have to do is just park up, ask the ground crew to repair me. And then head out for one more flight on here, I think, before I might switch it up a little. Put the ground power on so I don't lose my battery once I switch the engine off.
Командир, наземное питание подключено.
113-й, 21-й. Обнаружена новая цель. 125. Удаление 160. На 3000. Дистанция не меняется.
Ремонт. Прием. Дозаправка по плану. Перезарядка по плану. Прием.
Okay, they're refueling me now. So I should be fully fueled and armed. Oh. Uh-oh. I forgot. The MiG-21. Okay, so the way that repair works in DCS is it'll pick the aircraft up. It sets like a 3-minute timer. It'll lift the aircraft up at the end of that timer, basically refresh everything so it's a whole new aircraft, but with all the, you know, everything set the same. It's just all the parts, all the damage models refreshed. And then it drops it. The problem is the way it drops it will usually collapse the MiG-21's nose wheel, because it drops it quite hard on the nose. So I may have just broken my plane even worse by asking them to repair me. Maybe. If it does that, then I'm just going to hop off the server because there's no point respawning a new aircraft in. If it doesn't, and they do actually repair the aircraft properly, then I'll probably head out for one more flight in here, and I might switch to somewhere else afterwards.
Командир, борт заправлен.
113-й, 21-й. Обнаружена цель. 111. Удаление 280. На 8000. Дистанция не меняется.
So that side's sitting a bit low, but I think if the actual landing gear leg had fully collapsed, that wing would be dragging, or I would have had a much rougher landing. So I think either the legs partly collapsed but locked, or the tire burst. It's really hard to tell without external views, and because I can't get my head high enough to kind of check under there.
Обнаружена цель. 138. Удаление 160 на 500. Дистанция не меняется.
Oh, server rotates in 1 minute. What does it matter? I'll just shut the thing down then.
113. 21. Обнаружена цель. 101. Удаление 150 на 500. Сближайтесь.
Oh. Wow, they actually repaired me without breaking my plane. Nice. No. There we go. Collapse the nose wheel. See what I mean? Good shit. Aircraft repair finished. So much for that. And the server went down. Which crashed DCS. So fun thing. If you are in a server in DCS, when the server resets, it will usually crash a game. Now I guess comes a really annoying part where I have to set up my HOTAS for all the aircraft. Got any advice for that? No, not really. I try and keep aircraft relatively similar, so all my Soviet aircraft, I try and keep the binds basically the same. And then, like, often they'll default that way anyway. But yeah, I try and keep things standardized enough that I don't have too much to remember. It's just muscle memory. The other thing is I tend to bind up aircraft as I play them rather than trying to get them all done at once. Now, getting them all done at once is better for standardizing because you can it's fresh in your mind. You can just go through and do it all. But I don't have the patience to do like 4 hours worth of control binding in DCS. So I just do it as I fly things. Certain aircraft have basically the same control layout, and you can just copy paste. So you can do one and copy paste for the rest. So for instance, the MiG-29, the MiG-29A, G, and S. All of the binds are the same, or like all the things you can assign to binds are the same. So you just copy the files, if you can find them, copy the files for one of them across all three, and it binds them up already for you. So since DCS crashed, I really cannot be bothered launching it again and getting into a server when we've got a mission going pretty soon. So I think I'm going to get all this shit off my desk to start with. But I think I'm going to cut this stream here, and I will be live again in a couple of hours playing Arma 3. That'll be, yeah, 2.5 hours from now it should be. So in the meantime, I'm going to get something to eat and a drink and catch up on some stuff. While I'm doing that, I'm going to send you guys over to someone else. Keep the love going. Now, I think Pom might be streaming, but I'm not sure. We'll see who's on. Pom and I tend to pass our viewers back and forth quite a lot because the DCS community on Twitch is very small, but it very much looks after its own. So we'll share our viewers around between other DCS streamers, but especially Pom and I, because we often stream in a way that allows us to do it. My usual stream time during the week starts after Tawny, who's another Australian DCS streamer. So I pick up his viewers, then Pom starts when I get off, and we kind of just pass them along and try and keep as many people watching DCS for as much of the day as we possibly can, just to get more interest in the game. It has its issues, as you just saw, but it's a good, fun game. It is the best, modern military flight simulator. Falcon 4 BMS has a better dynamic campaign and always has, but as far as the actual aircraft go, DCS has no competition, none whatsoever. Let's see. Oh, Pom isn't streaming. Well then, looks like I will send you guys over to Grumpy Finn. Now, you're going to see something here which is interesting. So I use a track IR for head tracking. The advantages of this are it's cheap, it's relatively simple to use, and like I don't have to worry about resolution issues. Like it's literally all it does is kind of feed the same inputs you'd have if you were using a mouse or using a POV hat on a joystick, but just through movements of your head. Now, when you see someone playing DCS in VR, they have usually worse resolution because VR headsets aren't quite there yet. But you'll also notice they're quite jittery, and the field. What you actually see on Twitch is really a narrow portion of what they see, whereas what you see on Twitch when I stream is everything I see, because you can see my whole screen. But when someone's streaming VCR, you can only... VCR, Jesus. VR, I've got the 90s on the brain. When someone's streaming in VR, you can only see like the center of their field of vision, but they've got all this peripheral, which you don't see. So it's kind of quirky, and once you guys jump into Finn's channel, you'll see what I mean. You can instantly spot the difference once you've seen it. But anyway, track IR is cheap compared to VR, it is, yes. I will send you guys over to Grumpy Finn. Now, he does have a pretty scuffed mic, so I'd recommend, if you guys have got a little cash to spare, chuck some his way, get him a new mic. But he plays a lot of DCS, he does a lot of low-level flying, he really enjoys being near the ground. So if that's your interest, you like seeing people do some ballsy low-level stuff, he does a lot of that. I'll stop nuttering away and I'll set this up. And I forgot, my bot is not behaving itself today. Bear with me. Okay, there we go. Right guys, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in a couple of hours.